Glyn Trott, boss of AgentOS. What are the two biggest issues about running an estate and letting agency? Talk to me.
I hear all the time, recruitment and growth, new valuations, pretty much consistently, all the time.
Okay. I know you talk to an awful lot of agents. Let's touch on the first one, recruitment. What do good agents do that other agents don't?
I think they're very much, it's a classic line of we recruit on skill, sack on personality. The really good ones just flip it. Recruit on personality, because I can train anybody the skill, that side. So it's all about those behaviours.
Do you think agents wait until someone hands their notice in and then decides they're going to recruit and then basically have to take Hobson's choice?
Absolutely. I have a list of people all the time who I'm thinking about, I'd love to work with. So when somebody who works for me decides to move on, very quickly you can go and approach them. Just recently, trainers moved on, and within a day we were already speaking to the person who had in mind.
What about actually talking to these people before you need them?
Yeah, always. You just be honest and open and just say, I'd love to. We haven't got anything at the moment, but I'd love to one day work with you, because that in itself is it just lifts people. Really interesting headhunting. The word headhunting. So I say to my teams, when somebody comes to me and says, I've been headhunted, I sort of point out going, make sure you ask the question, who am I replacing? Why did they leave? Because when we use the headhunting piece, it makes that person feel good. Actually, all you're doing is solving a problem. They've lost somebody, and they've lost for a reason. So I always say that to my teams, and there's been quite a few times members have been approached, asked that question, and then realise that they're just there to solve a problem.
That's a top tip there for you bosses out there. Okay, let's move on to prospecting. Okay, why do you think we as an industry are so bad at prospecting?
I'm going to say too much tech.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Too much tech, it just makes it... best way I describe it is when somebody email comes in and somebody says, I'm looking for this house or looking to rent or buy, and someone replies, the people on the ground often feel, I've done my job by hitting send.
Well, I tell you what, I think, if you don't mind me saying, I think CRMs have actually ruined estate agency.
I agree.
Well, basically what happens is negs just put the stuff onto the CRM system and then just basically put it into the witness protection program.
Absolutely.
Never to be seen again. And then all you have to do is when a property comes on the market, hit the word match and let the email go off.
And hope, yeah. And a really good story from my own agency. I brought in a central prospector, took her out of the office for lots of reasons. Her role was to talk to people. So when a lead came in, whole measure and purpose was to speak to them and ask them the key question, what's the reason for the move? Because that just opened everything up. But we also backed it up with technology. So that lead would come in from Rightmove. We'd auto reply out an email saying, and this was the key thing, if you need to, click here, you can book an appointment online, but we are going to call you. By auto replying, we are going to call you. That really held us to speak to that person. And that changed it. And what we found very, very quickly, for every 10 inquiries we got, we were classically getting 2 of them to do a viewing. That went to 5.
Yeah.
So that was a 150% increase just by auto-replying, book online, which wasn't much. About 1 in 10 would book online, funny enough, technology. But actually...
because there's plenty of prop tech solutions saying, click here to book a viewing. It's the proper prop tech is picking the phone up.
Yeah, you ask somebody, what is the reason for the move? You will get more from them, and then your cogs are whirling up, and you're going, now let's get you here.
So you're telling people they will get a call, which makes you accountable.
Holds you, yeah, it really does hold you. And it's a simple auto reply.
And this person's job was not to sell anything. This person's job was to pick the phone up.
It was to pick the phone up and ask the question, what's the reason for the move?
How do you target that person? Because that's what agents love doing.
I didn't really push hard on this. It's a hard job. That's why people don't like it. So actually, she had a dual role. So in the mornings, she prospected, did that. In the afternoon, she was doing market research because that was interesting. So she was mystery shopping our own agency at the time, as well as competitors, doing some data mining manually back then for us. So actually, she was doing that prospecting in the morning, which was the work. We really needed to do this. And then in the afternoon, the market research. And then at the end of the day, preparing call sheets for the negotiators, because we used to pull our negs out of the office just for an hour, 9 till 10, and make the calls. Because if we left them in the office, coffees, emails, no calls that way. But we split that job up, because if you pitch somebody on a phone, 9 till 5, they will lose the will to live eventually and leave. Give them something else to do.
Fascinating. Thank you.
Thank you.